Hello and welcome to the Space Between Ideas. I'm Blaine Gates. It's been a while. Welcome aboard. So, like I was saying, it's been a while, and the reason it's been a while is because everybody has been trying to figure out what is this thing called artificial intelligence? What is this thing called large language model? And how is it going to influence my business? As you can see from some of my previous videos, I started to enter into this world of what is artificial intelligence and how am I going to be using it. And I've used it with many people. The deeper and deeper I go into the process of business coaching, the more I realize what's difficult about it, how do you develop yourself as a coach, and how do you help people as you present different methodologies to them. I've used ChatGPT with many people, and it's helped me to really understand how to use large language models like ChatGPT in my personal business processes. But the thing is that the whole purpose of this channel, if you go back to 3 or 4 years ago when I was in Belarus and I did the 100-day challenge, and you could see that I was really trying to understand the principles of this book. Since then, I have worked with a lot of people, and suddenly I'm trying to figure out what to do. If you have an x-axis and you have a y-axis, so you have like a table, and in the table there are 4 boxes. Let's say that the horizontal axis is the concept like I own the product. And then let's say that the vertical axis is I own the website. It means every business is really comprised of 2 fundamental businesses. Every business is comprised of a product or service. And then the other thing is the means by which people sell that product or service. So if we start in the bottom right-hand corner of the table, we have a place where you do not own the product and you do not own the website. That means that somebody else is doing the marketing, and then they have customers, and then they hire you to do a job that they've given you. It's called an employee. In the past, I was working within a teaching organization, and I was given customers, and I followed the curriculum that the business wanted me to follow. Eventually, I branched out from that. I moved to the bottom left box in that table where we're talking about I own the product. Well, at that time it was a service, but I do not own the website. So I'm talking about some kind of marketplace where somebody has developed a network effect and where people can find service providers or where people can find products. Let's say, for example, there's a website called Preply. There's a website called italki. These are 2 websites where people go to learn language or they learn other things, and teachers are working by the hour. The teachers that work on those websites aren't doing a lot of marketing. They just put up a profile and then customers can find them within that marketplace. Udemy and Coursera is similar, although Coursera seems to be free unless you want to get certified. Udemy certainly does the marketing for you. And if you put a course up on Udemy, you can make money. Now, what's the difference between selling a product and a service? In general, I would say that the difference between selling a product and service is that if you sell a service, then you are charging by the hour, meaning that although you may be able to control the numerator, the denominator is per hour, and you have a limited number of hours. If you'd like to scale, it means somehow you have to change that denominator to some kind of digital product. And so after coaching for the last 3 years on one of these online marketplaces, eventually I created a digital product. Now, the decision I had to make was, do you want to put your digital product into one of these marketplaces, or are you going to focus on the next stage of business development, which is to develop your skills doing marketing? And I decided to create my own website, www.spacebetweenideas.com, where I have created an online course which comprises of the information and knowledge that I've been teaching for the past 3 to 5 years. In general, I would say that this fits as an introduction. This is an introduction to the book Create Crucial Insight. If you have already purchased the book Create Crucial Insight or you're planning on buying it, I would suggest buying my online course, because in the online course, I help you understand the game pieces, the game flow, and the game strategy. I would say in general, The game strategy is connected to create crucial insight. But the game pieces and the game flow is sometimes something else that you need to know in order to realize that business is really about playing a game. Like if I put a chessboard in front of you, you might understand that you have a game board, which means that's the limitation. That's the total amount of area that we have to use within this game concept. And then we have a number of pieces. Each of those pieces has different rules for how they can move on the game board. And then there's some kind of cycle for how a game begins and then how it wraps up. And if you're going to win the game, you have to understand all the game pieces, you have to understand the game flow, and you have to have some kind of strategy for how you're going to end the game. And then when you start a new game, then you need to create a new strategy. And this is the concept that I explain, as well as introducing some of the main tools and concepts that you might want to be able to understand in order to better understand the book, Create Crucial Insight. So go ahead and find my website, www.spacebetweenideas.com, and buy the course. Next, you're going to want to buy the book, Create Crucial Insight. Now, the product that I'm working on right now, it's related to artificial intelligence, but not in the way that you might think, because right now people are really concerned with privacy and corporate secrets. And also, I got this concept of like magical objects. And sometimes I feel like if you have a physical game board, if you're actually playing the game of chess, or if you have some of those tarot cards, or if you have some kind of magical or physical game experience, sometimes it provides an environment that doesn't exist in their digital representations online. And so right now, I've decided that probably it might not be the best idea to try to do some fine tuning and some RAG and some prompt engineering in order to connect to an API and provide a artificial intelligence facilitated experience. And I believe that somebody will do that someday. But I also believe that there may be an opportunity here to help people, to give them some kind of learning experience, which is unplugged. Because the whole point of the space between ideas and the concept of create crucial insight is to develop your thinking. Why would you hire artificial intelligence to do all the thinking for you? If you do that, then you won't have the same kind of opportunity to develop your thinking skills. And so right now I'm trying to develop some kind of physical experience to help managers and help their team develop their thinking and to come up with some great insight. I hope to present more videos as we move along and as I start to work with this project. And as I try to figure out a level of service that I can offer you through YouTube so you can understand more about business, thinking, developing thinking through thinking tools and techniques, but also eventually be inspired and be motivated to buy the product. So let's keep it going and see what we can do with this Create Crucial Insight project. Check me out, www.spacebetweenideas.com.